Sheree Clark is here from Fork in the Road, and she's made us eat just about everything from soup to nuts, as they say, old saying. And judging by what we have here, it looks like we have come full circle, and we're back over to the soup portion. But I'm going to take a stab in the dark. I'm guessing there's no beer or cheese in any of these.
Yeah, no beer cheese, no onion with the melted, no, none of that. Sorry, no.
But, no toasted crouton on top or anything like that.
Nothing like that. But you're going to be surprised and you're going to be delighted, and you're not going to get so much sodium that you feel like a swelled up tick when you're done.
Because that's the big thing. If you go to the store, I mean, it's super easy to grab a can, throw it in a bowl and microwave it or whatever you want to do. It's very easy, but you're getting a lot of ingredients that your body doesn't necessarily need or want.
And you're getting something that was probably manufactured 2 years ago. Has been really, look at the expiration date. You know, it could be 2019.
Right.
And it's been in a can that might have aluminum in it, which contributes to Alzheimer's, or BPA, or, you know, it's just, and this was so easy. I did this morning. I got all of my stuff done this morning, had some meetings, and still made 3 different soups for you. So that was this morning.
And I love, especially when the temperatures are still a little chilly like they are towards the end of the winter time, I love nothing more than a great soup.
Last couple of nights before going to bed, I had a couple bowls of soup.
Awesome.
Yeah, because when it has a little bit of chill in the air, you're right. It just takes
so
the
let's
edge
talk
off.
about some
Maybe
healthier.
if you just had one bowl of soup, you'd drop a couple pounds instead of having 2, you know?
Let's talk about some healthier options, because I think for me, when I think homemade soups, I think complicated.
Right, right. Well, let's start with the easiest first. How about the single ingredient soup?
Okay.
Oh, really? Yeah. The one in the little mug is miso. Yes, that's miso soup. And spoiler alert, it's a very salty flavor. So Jason's gonna.
Normally you hear when you go to a Chinese restaurant or something, you hear of a
because it looks
soup.
here, Craig. It looks like it's separated on us here.
Yep, it separates. You can stir it if you want. You can sip it the way that you want. I've got a spoon for you. You can do that if you want. This you've probably had if you've ever eaten in a Japanese restaurant or ever gone to a sushi bar. A lot of times they'll bring you out a little bowl of something with a funky little white ceramic spoon. And sometimes it'll have like really thinly sliced.
Thank you. Green onions.
Yes, green onions.
Egg drop soup.
Yeah. Well, no, that's egg drop. This is the miso. Plain.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, all right.
Yep. So then it'll have a scallion or a little piece of tofu, just really artsy. This is a really simple. All this is, it's a salty broth. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the store.
Yeah, you had me get some of that once.
It's
good.
Because you enjoy things to be a little.
A lot
saltier.
Salty.
But because this does have a lot of a sodium flavor to it, it's healthy for you, though, right?
It's a healthy thing. It's a natural thing. It's one ingredient. This one is fermented soybeans. You can also get it made out of other things. Chickpea is a really nice one if some people don't try to avoid soy.
Right.
A few tips about if you're going to buy miso. This is also the base of an ingredient.
Is it like a paste? Can you take the lid off?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a piece of paper that I leave in there to keep the air out, and that's what
Now this is
paste,
warm, so you're okay with warming up?
I put hot water in. I don't think it would be very good if it were cold and room temperature. And here's what I do with it, 2 things. One, I use it as a base for some other soups. I might add some other seasonings. But I use it, this is a surprise secret. I use it when I have a sweet craving. It helps me get over the sweet because salty and sweet are polar opposites.
Right.
So if I have a sweet craving and I'm like, I want chocolate, sometimes that will take the edge off, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a really good little solution. So good to keep in your back pocket.
Okay.
Let's look at the bowl. Bowl is another soup that I've made, also obviously all vegetable based. This one is primarily zucchini. And that's why it's green. I did take the skin off the zucchini because I wanted it to be completely smooth. I added a few other ingredients. Isn't that nice? It's got some celery in it to give it a little bit of a salt
Celery
hit.
jumps at you, yep.
And then there's garlic in there. And then to make it thick and creamy, there's an avocado. So I put that in last. And you'll notice there's also a spice, a fresh spice that I've used. It's dill.
Okay.
So all of those things combine together to make a really nice. I really like it a lot. You can adjust the flavor however you want. If you like more garlic, you can add that. If you like a little bit more avocado, make it thicker.
That is really good.
And
this would be perfect in the summertime if you're wanting like a refreshing.
Yes. It's a really good starter, of course. I also sometimes, I know you like avocado, Jackie. I chunk up pieces of avocado too.
And leave it chunky?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
love avocado.
I like that too.
It almost makes it buttery. Okay.
Yeah. And your third and final one, you might be thinking, soup, she's calling it soup, but it's in a glass with a straw. Okay, so here's the thing. you could even do that with the zucchini soup. If you think about it, it's really, in essence, a savory smoothie.
Right.
Because it's either room temperature or chilled. It's got a lot of good nutrition, and it's something that you could eat with a spoon or a straw. So this one, if you want to taste it, this is a pumpkin pie soup.
Really?
Since we're still in the fall.
It's like a vegetable smoothie.
Yes, exactly. It's got, and here's the cool thing about it.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that, I knew you would like that.
This is like you took a straw and you stuck it in a pumpkin pie can.
Yeah, that's great.
And you went,
And that's considered a soup.
It's considered a soup because you could eat it with a spoon, and it doesn't have ice in it. There's no banana. There's no fruit in it, really. So, and there's also no pumpkin in it.
So let's.
say what?
It's a pumpkin pie soup with no pumpkin in it. So my ingredients are, I juiced carrots this morning. So it's carrot juice is the base, which gives it the color.
You silly wabbit.
And then I put in some peeled sweet potato, some dates because I wanted it to be a little sweet.
Sure.
And the reason that you're fooled into thinking that it tastes like pumpkin pie is the same reason that pumpkin pie spice lattes taste like that. It's the spice and the cinnamon and the things that we do to trick everybody.
You tricked us.
I knew,
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
exactly.
I love this.
I love this. I'll do that for lunch. So I will actually drink 32 ounces of it, stick a straw in it, and I'm good to go, and I can sip on it for an hour or two.
This is really
I
good.
can see this like solving my sweet tooth because I have the same cravings all the time, but
Yeah.
I'm eating something that's good for me, but still gives me that little bit of sweet
sugar in
factor.
this.
No, I added, there's probably the equivalent of 1 Majoule date per person, which is a whole fiber sweetener, and you could pull back on it if you wanted. But no, there's no liquid sweetener. I didn't
This
add
is
maple
really,
syrup.
really,
It's
folks,
very
this
good.
is really good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Now, Sheree, people want to learn more about what you're all about, learning great recipes and how to cook, but in your way of cooking. And you have great classes coming up as well.
I have a wonderful class coming up, and by coincidence, it happens to be about soup.
So Sherry's going to kick you in the can is what it looks like here.
That's
So,
right, exactly.
And teach you how to make soup.
Natural Grocers, I was just there the other day. I'm an unpaid spokesman. Great place, great prices, it seems like.
Where's it at?
86th and Hickman.
The old dolls.
It'd
Oh,
be
the old doll store? Okay.
south of Perkins.
All right.
So if you go there and all of a sudden you decide, I don't want to be a vegan anymore, just go over to Perkins.
It's about taking healthier steps towards a better you. And your version of cooking a lot of times involves dehydrating, and you have another class coming up right around the corner as well.
I do. This Saturday, I'm doing so if you're going to register for that class, time's a ticking. And it's going to be about dehydrating. It's from 9:30 to 11:30. You do need to register for that one in advance. The one that's at Natural Grocers next Tuesday, or is it Tuesday? Tuesday the 1st. March 1st.
5 to 6:15.
That one you don't have to register in advance for, but let me give you a word of advice. I did a class there last night, and it was standing room only. So
Nice.
get there early, or you're not going to have a place to
How
sit.
wonderful is that to hear, though?
It was
People
great.
want to know the information so they can make better choices.
They do. It's a wonderful facility, beautiful room, and the staff is awesome.
And I'm sure you can help people find the ingredients they need to make these wonderful
You bet.
soups because they're in the right spot.
Exactly.
Perfect. All right. And for more information about what's going on with you,
Visit me at www.fork-road.com or give me a call at 515-249-2992.
wonderful. This is good stuff.
great.
Man, you did a good job. I'm taking
glad you
this,
like
and
it.
I'm taking this. Jason, you can have this one here. Here you go. You're
You get
good.
more miso.